China denied they test-launched a hypersonic missile into space this summer after a Financial Times report that it circled the entire Earth and landed within 25 miles of its target.
The U.S. does not currently have the ability to even track this weapon, much less defeat it. It will give the Chinese the ability to conduct a nuclear strike anywhere in the world without warning.
The missile, capable of carrying a nuclear warhead, reportedly circled the entire globe at 5 times the speed of sound. This comes as China works to build up its strategic and nuclear weapons systems. Both China and Russia have tested hypersonics.
We've made clear our concern about the military capabilities that the PRC continues to pursue.
Other feats of military strength include more than 250 missile silos built for nuclear warheads in China's western desert, seen in this satellite photo near the city of Yumen. They've also deployed nuclear ballistic missiles launched from submarines. China's military expansion goes beyond missiles and other weapons into cutting-edge technology. The Pentagon's chief software officer recently resigned because he thinks China will dominate important areas like artificial intelligence in the years ahead. He told the Financial Times, "We have no competing fighting chance against China in 15 to 20 years. Right now, it's already a done deal. It is already over, in my opinion."
I think we're having, as a country, a very hard time getting our hands around exactly how to deal with this kind of high-tech challenge from a non-democratic competitor.
China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the missile was a routine test of a spacecraft to verify reusability of the technology, but went on to warn the U.S. and Canada to avoid provoking war.
That suggests that China is either preparing to be able to fight a nuclear conflict or is trying to deter escalation to the nuclear level if there's a conventional conflict. Either way, that's a concerning pattern of behavior.
But this is the decade of concern, as they say, so our weapons development should be put on an accelerated basis.
And if we don't, what would happen?
We could lose the war.
The intelligence community has warned that China is rapidly expanding its military capabilities. The question now is, how will the U.S. respond? Brody Carter, CBN News.
Well, CBN News correspondent Gary Lane joins us with more. So, Gary, what's the answer to that question? How will the U.S. respond?
Well, the U.S. is already responding, Gordon. The U.S. Navy just revealed that last week, about 100 miles from our studio here at Wallops Island, Virginia, there was a launch of 3 hypersonic missiles, a test that the United States government did with NASA. And so we're on our way, and the plan is to eventually put these type of missiles on our ships by 2025. We'll have to wait and see if the finances come through for that. But that is the plan, to at least develop our own arsenal.
Well, Gary, China continues to flex its muscle in the South China Sea against Taiwan, wanting to make it part of mainland China. Would this new military capability prevent the United States from stepping in to protect Taiwan from invasion?
Well, militarily, Terry, I don't think that would happen because, look, if we develop our own hypersonic missiles, they would have a range of about 1,800 miles, which means our ships wouldn't even have to be in the Taiwan Straits to defend Taiwan. So you remember back in the Soviet days, there was this idea of nuclear mutual assured destruction. And that was that there's enough missiles on each side that you could destroy one another. So that would be the deterrent. So there is a deterrence there no matter what China does. But again, it comes down to political will. What are our politicians going to do? We have no mutual defense treaty with the Taiwanese government. It is basically just an act, the Taiwanese Act, which basically established not diplomatic relations, but economic and commercial relations with Taiwan. But there is no obligation from the United States to defend Taiwan, only exchange missiles, technology, and give them technology, but not to defend them.
Gary, do you think we're getting ready for yet another arms race? Is this sort of the 1970s, 1980s all over again?
Definitely, Gordon, and this time it's with China. And one evidence of that fact is that we've got these satellite imagery of 200 missile silos that they've constructed. I would say this is the new long march for China. They're slowly marching forward to nuclear dominance, at least in that part of Asia and to challenge the United States. And the challenge for the United States, because these hypersonic missiles, you cannot detect those. They are at a lower altitude. ICBMs, of course, they go at about 22 Mach. Rather than Mach 5 is what these missiles do. So those are always, but they're higher altitude. So you can easily detect those. These you cannot. So the challenge for the United States is to develop this defensive technology at the same time modernizing our missile defense, the nuclear missile defense, and it will take about at least $100 billion to replace our Minuteman IIIs. So is there political will? Is there budget to do that? That's the big question in moving forward.
Yeah, I think the biggest question is, can we afford it? Back in the 70s and 80s, we could. Right now, I don't think we can.
Well, we're spending a lot of money on climate change and things like that, and also, gender identity and things like that in the military, sensitivity training. So how about upgrading our military arsenal?
All right. Well, Gary, thanks for joining us. You can always get the latest news and more by downloading the CBN News app today. Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.